So Salman, obviously, Ben Davison was giving an interview with IFL TV, and he mentioned that that Joshua should bend a little bit, and that great champions like Fury and Wilder are not going to want anything less than 50-50. What do you make of Ben Davison saying that obviously that he's not making Floyd Mayweather money, so he needs to bend a little bit, you know what I mean? And great champions like Fury and Wilder are not going to accept anything less than 50-50.
Personally, it's a very tough one because you have to realise that there's a saying, you only get what you've been previously making, and in my opinion, how I see things is that they should all go up equally rather than one guy getting more than he's actually worth. I think they should all go up fairly rather than, someone have to take the lower end of the stick. I think they should sit down, the promoters should sit down together and see how much each fighter has been generating per fight, how much they've been making, and go up simultaneously rather than giving one fight, like for example, if Eddie Hearn does over Deontay Wilder, I don't think that's fair either. I think they should go up equally rather than one guy goes up here and then what Deontay Wilder comes up here and Joshua just goes up a little bit. I don't think that's fair. Although Joshua's still going to be making good money and Deontay Wilder's still going to be making good money. To make it even, you should go up equally. You go up equally rather than and them going up equally will never be a 50-50 split. Certainly with someone like Anthony Joshua, although Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury have fought, I still have my doubts on whether those guys are a bigger draw than Anthony Joshua. Maybe if they, don't get me wrong, someone like a Tyson Fury and Wilder, they could probably sell out a Wembley Arena. But the problem is with that is they have to start acting on that, getting these big fights in these big arenas, because that's what builds your name. And if they fight in somewhere like a Wembley Stadium, that would make them even more bigger as stars, because Wembley's such a prestigious place to fight, and so you get so much attention to it because it's in the centre of London, you see. So you get so much attention. Like after that Joshua Klitschko fight, Joshua went from here all the way up to there. It's just because of the atmosphere, the attention on the fight. Everyone was there. People from America flew into that fight to come into London. So it just goes to show how big that fight was. Ben Davison's gonna say that those guys aren't going to take any less than 50-50. But for example, a Deontay Wilder, what has he done prior to the last two fights he's had to deserve a 50-50 with Anthony Joshua? He's only stepped up his competition because he knows the people around him, the other good champions around him.
They were saying that obviously he didn't make, even for the Fury fight, he didn't make huge amounts of money.
No, they didn't make huge amounts of money. Joshua probably made more than both of them together in the Povetkin fight. Both of them together, that was probably Joshua's one purse for the Povetkin fight. So you got to realise these things. Both of their purses added together for their fight was probably Joshua's purse for the Povetkin fight. So you have to look at these things as well. That they're living in fantasy, in my opinion. That's not that they're not being realistic to how big Anthony Joshua is. I reckon if Anthony Joshua doesn't expand,
if it comes to a case, yeah, that Joshua has to accept 50-50, or he doesn't get the fight with them at all. What does Joshua do then?
I think it'll come to a case where Joshua's been overpaying his fighters anyways. So it'll come to a stage where he's going to have to overpay Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. That's my opinion of it. Because Eddie Hearn said since the 16th fight he's had to overpay the fighters. Let's be honest, how much did Charles Martin get? Like 5 million or something? Yeah, mate. Is Charles Martin worth flipping half a million? That fight is not even worth $500,000. I wouldn't even give Charles Martin $250,000, let alone 5 million. And he did that just to secure a world title. And Fury and Wilder probably didn't even make that fighting each other 5 million. One of them.
No, they did.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know. There's numbers that come out here and there, but it is what it is. Like, I'm sure Deontay Wilder didn't make anywhere.
I think they made about. I think Wilder made about 14 million. I think.
All right. So how much did Wilder make against Ortiz?
I don't know.
Ortiz is a massive star.
I don't know.
If Joshua fought Ortiz in...
I wouldn't say Ortiz is a massive star.
No, but what I'm trying to say, if Joshua fought Ortiz, how much would Joshua would make? What, 15 to 20 million easy for the Ortiz fight if he fought Ortiz. So you got to look at these things. If Deontay Wilder's only making 2 million, yeah, he's not even Richard Schaefer keeps going on Deontay Wilder's the next pay-per-view star. Joshua's already fought on pay-per-view. He's proved himself. With the Klitschko fight, he did over 1 million homes.
And even the Parker fight did quite big.
Yeah, even in the Parker fight. So this guy's a proven. He's done pay-per-view. He's proven himself.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the UK, it's only like what, 20 quid.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
There's like 80 quid, so it's a big difference.
All right. Let's be honest. All right, if Joshua and Wilder fought in the States, yeah, you're telling me that does any less than 1 million?
Probably, yeah, it does less than 1 million. I think.
Nah, I can't agree with that. That's not doing less than 1 million.
I
Certainly with their styles, because you got to realize, basically, most of the UK supporters are going to buy that fight on Sky Sport. You got to realize the Sky Sports pay-per-view as well. That's going to be added to that fight. Sky Sports is probably the biggest hub in the UK for boxing, in my opinion, and that gets that'll get a lot of pay-per-view buys from here.
All right, guys. So, listen, I think it's a bit of a tough one. We don't know what Joshua should accept because it seems to me like Tyson Fury and Wilder won't accept anything less than 50-50, and Joshua might not be willing to give them 50-50 because he feels he's a much bigger star and it's not fair for him to, be giving them way more than what they're worth. But maybe if Joshua wants to secure this fight, he may have to give up. He might have to give up some, pay him extra or give him 50-50 because maybe the fights won't happen. But I know a lot of Joshua fans will say no. Fury and Wilder don't deserve 50-50, and many Fury Wilder fans will say no, they do deserve 50-50. But leave your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below. And it's the fights that we want to see, but is it going to be, is the business side of things going to stop these fights from happening? Leave your thoughts, guys, and guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.